Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Ravneet. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you have already been here. I am today participating in week 3 of the Divine Feminine exploration, which is initiated by the amazing Cortney at Aries Witchcraft and Rochelle at Amethyst Ascension Tarot and Astrology. I just wanted to first share that this is such a beautiful topic with so many nuances because everyone's journey is unique. And so it has been quite an interesting journey for me to kind of like sit and, hear people's experiences and their journey with the Divine Feminine. And I think that it's very important to understand that it's not about right or wrong here. If we do that, we go into ego, and I don't think that's the point. We are just creating space for reflection here, and it's about our journey and how we navigate and inculcate this particular energy in our lives more or not. That's our choice, right? But Courtney here is just creating space for this. So I just want to mention that before I go further. The first question was, how do you express and internalize anger, betrayal, sadness? I think that, how do I express and internalize? I think that I have grown a lot in this particular area. I used to lash out on my best friend, and he has seen really bad side of me, but I think that I learned very quickly that that was not the right way. That's what the examples were said in front of me, where people older than me used to just lash out like a little kid. Like, that's how I feel now, people lashing out. So I think learned to recognize that anger is a very beautiful energy. It's like raw potential, and we can actually use it to channel towards things that we want to create. We can. So what I do is, if I feel anger now, I would use it in my creativity, or to work on myself, right? To just channel it a little more positively, let's say. So yeah, I think that I've also learned to acknowledge, right? Again, acknowledging the wounds, acknowledging my pains rather than projecting them outside. I've stopped pretending that it doesn't hurt. I'm very vocal about it now. Yeah, so I think I'm just learning to turn that more into wisdom, and create stronger boundaries. I'm still learning, and just using that to create deeper trust in myself, right? Next question is, does the world or people make you feel guilt or shame? Yes, of course. I mean, I have been shamed for feeling too much. I've been shamed for being too sensitive, being too emotional. So I learned to become like this cool person with zero emotions. And now I don't agree with that definition, but like, it's interesting how those suppressed things come up in our life, right? And you almost become a split personality, right? So I think that the question was, does the world or people make you feel guilt or shame? I've also realized that shame is residue of someone else's pain, right? They're projecting that onto you. So it's technically their garbage, for lack of a better word, right? I have learned that guilt is makes you more conscientious, right? Like your conscience, right? But it does not mean that I think society and systems have very intelligently used that to control us. Um, so yeah, I think when it comes in the that kind of arena, it becomes toxic, and it's not ours to carry, right? That's what I've learned. Um, I'm learning not to be part of someone else's script, right? So yeah, I'm actually learning to sit with myself and not to punish myself, which is the first thing that guilt teaches you, right? That, oh my God, something is wrong with you. You did this and that and that. I'm learning more to like sit with myself and really see what's going on rather than just like react, right? Rather than act, like learning to pause. So yeah, I think that I'm learning to not apologize for existing, right? It's my life, and as a dreamer, I want to be what I'm meant to be, you know? So yeah, I am learning to dream again, I think, and I'm really excited for that. What have you apologized for that you should not have? I think I apologize for taking up space. And like I mentioned before, that YouTube is actually helping me reclaim that, like being seen, taking up space, speaking my truth, right? And I've started to rest. I am not apologizing for setting boundaries, for choosing myself, even if it disappoints someone, because we're not here to make other people happy, right? I think that again is guilt and shame that I have come to recognize is not my story. It's someone else's story, and they're, because it's uncomfortable to change theirs, they're kind of projecting on me, right? Okay, I talked about it. I'm rambling now. But the question, I think, so I'm learning to not to play small, for lack of a better word. I think we kind of link playing big with only celebrities and stuff, but we are the heroes and heroines of our journey. We are, right? And if you hear older people talking, they say the same thing, that we wish that we could have recognized that nobody really thinks about you the way you keep thinking like they do, So yeah, I think I am done staying silent, and that's why I wanted to record this video, because I think I'm kind of done just holding it all in, because that's not how we are built. Again, that's my experience, right? So yeah, I think I'm learning that speaking your truth is not aggressive, right? Claiming your power is not a sin, which is what we are taught. You're selfish, you're greedy. What does that mean? Like, everybody tells me I'm selfish. I'm like, I really effing don't care. Because if taking care of yourself is selfish, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm done with labels, really. I really don't care. I think people manipulate on the name of labels again. So yeah, I'm not apologizing for wanting more. I don't think there is any problem with desires. It's just such a natural part of being human. It actually aligns us with God's spirit, whatever you want to call it, right? It wants to do something through us, right? And who are we to stop that? Who is anybody to stop that, right? So it's just recognizing that, I think. Okay. What boundaries do you need to set? What boundaries do you need to set? I think, like I mentioned, I'm still like learning to set boundaries to become my fully whole, right? Like my wholeness. I think anything that restricts that, my cat is being naughty. Okay, here you go. Such a naughty girl. It's okay. I think we were talking about boundaries. So yeah, anything that where was I? The question was, what boundaries do you need to set? I think I'm just done making space for people or patterns that dull my fire, right? Or steal my time, my very important time, or drain my spirit. I think I am done with people just giving, yeah, I just, like there's, I want love to flow both ways. And I think I have discussed this with people close to me. I just don't want it one-sided. I think I'm done with those kind of relationships. I want it to be mutual. And if I don't see that, I'm very happy to let it go, because being a human, I cannot be all unconditional. And I think as women, we are taught to be unconditional. And I think it's a load of crap, because you are a human, right? So yeah, I think I don't like being taken for granted. And also like boundaries for like old stories, like I said, that say I'm too much, or I can't, if I speak my truth, then it's not okay because you're not comfortable. Like, I'm done with all of that crap, really. If you're not okay, you need to take a time out and process that at your own space. And we all are responsible for that. If you're not okay, so take a break, right? You don't need to be there all the time. Like, seriously. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just choosing to live more fully and more of my wilder self. Like, when I say wilder, it's untouched, it's pristine, it's virgin, okay? I don't know what word to use, but like, it's yeah, it's exactly how my energy flows. I want to go with that, right? And that's what I am bounded to. Not a person, not a system, not a pattern, okay? Um, how have you been suppressed socially and personally by a man or society? Oh, big time. Big time, I think. Like most of us, I have felt the pressure to soften, to smile, even if you're not feeling good, to look pretty. And that was one reason why I stopped, completely let go of all of my, let's just say, like, I just hated my body. I stopped makeup, everything. It was almost like, again, I think labels create more differences. So I don't want to say that's just a feminine trait. What I'm saying is beauty. Beauty is such a big part of feminine energy. I think I am learning to invest more in that. And I think that was taken apart by men, or in my upbringing, or just my life journey so far, right? So yeah, I was told directly or indirectly to keep peace, to be the peacemaker, to be easy, and to say yes all the time when I wanted to say no. To accept relationships just because you're getting old, you will not have kids, or you'll be alone, or if you get older, you'll be by yourself. Nobody would be there to, take care of you. And what are these reasons, right? But I have thought about them, because that's what we're fed, right? So of course it affects you. Environment affects us big time. And I keep thinking about it that most of our issues are because we need to create better, safe environments for us to fully bloom, right? Um, and it can look different for everyone. What else? Yeah, I think I'm also learning that even when it hurts, I am learning to stay true to myself. Life can be difficult sometimes, and you might feel things are unfair, but if you are fully um, aligned with yourself, I think it gives you the strength to face the world again, right? You might drop for a day or two, but then you will come back up again, right? And I think that comes with being fully aligned with yourself, and also people who love you. That can be a big support system. So yeah, I was definitely seduced by the lie that comfort is better than growth, right? That, oh, choosing husband means your life is all set. And I was like, I see so many other shackles with this particular dynamic. So it was like validation is more important than self-worth. And I think it takes a lot of awareness and self-worth to recognize that, right? That if you're choosing a relationship, are you choosing it because you want life to be easy? And is it really easy? Because my issues are very much related to monetary issues, right? Because I grew up in a middle class family. So I have seen a lot of issues around money, right? So that definitely impacts me, but I'm learning to see beyond that, because I don't think money is everything. Of course it is, but it's not everything, right? So yeah, I think for a long time I did not realize I had a choice. Even today I was having a discussion and about how almost like we form these habits, or we call it limiting beliefs, right? Where it's like we think we don't have a choice, but it's really muscle memory and habits, right, together, that you don't, and ingrained patterns for a long time, possibly passed down, possibly learned as you grew up, and you don't even see them because they're so like, it's like your first hand nature, right? So yeah, I think I've started to ask, like, every choice that I take, does it honor my truth? Or am I just trying to keep it all like happy, all good, and just like outer, shallower side of things, which can be a facade, right? So yeah, I think I'm learning to not let society or anyone write my story for me, because that's been the deal since what I have seen so far. So yeah, I think I'm not here to be tamed, and I'm no longer chasing belonging also, I feel like, and that it have come a long way, by the way. I think I am learning to build belonging within me, that even if outside something happens, which it will, right, because we're all humans, that you can still be okay and grounded and live your life. I think it's important to have that level of self-worth, right? Yeah, and also I think I'm done choosing fear. I want to make choices from love, from my heart. I don't want to make choices from my mind, because that's fear, right? So even today's video, my mind was like, oh my gosh, like there's so much going on. People will misinterpret, right, what you have shared so far. But my heart was like, no, You know, people are still, we're all one, and even if there are differences, it's okay. It's okay. If you're coming from your heart, their soul will see it, even if their minds cannot fathom. So I hope that this did not, this landed in the right place. And I would love to hear um, what you guys think, if I missed anything, and how is your journey with this energy? How are you letting your wild self be free? And it does not have to involve talking on YouTube, right? Because we have a life outside of YouTube. But I guess I would love to know what is your experience, right? And I'm so thankful for you to spend this time with me. And I apologize if I said anything wrong. And I love you all so much. I'll see you again. Goodbye.